Hey guys, I'm Roland. Thank you so much for tuning in. So let's look at the proper procedures for installing some head studs. Okay guys, so the very first step, you want to make sure that as soon as your package comes in the mail, or whether you go pick it up at the store or whatever, you want to open it up, inspect everything, make sure nothing is broken, make sure all the parts are accounted for, so that way you don't want to get halfway into installing it and get half the bolts put in and then realize you got a couple pieces missing, because of course once you start opening a package and taking everything out, you can't return it. All right, now the next step, you actually want to clean all the hardware. And I know that sounds strange, but listen up. So these come with an anti-corrosion coating on them, and that's great for storage, but the problem is when you go to torque these down, that extra lubrication can actually cause a higher torque yield than what they're designed for. So you want to make sure that you clean the threads out really well, and more importantly, you want to make sure that you scrub the washers the best, because these need to sit still. You do not want these spinning or twisting on the head whenever you're torquing these down, because again, that is very important to make sure that you get the proper torque numbers without over torquing. The next step is to make sure that your mating surface on the block is perfectly clean and level. You want to make sure there's no debris, there's no kind of oil or anything like that, so that way your head gasket gets a good seal. And then you want to make sure that you clean out all of the threaded holes. An air chuck works amazing for this, because you do not want any kind of grit or dirt down in those holes, and worse, you don't want any kind of oil or water down in those holes, because oil and water do not compress. So if you go to start cranking these down and torquing them down to spec, you can actually completely split the block. Okay, so the next step, do not put any type of lubrication or anything on anything. The very first thing that you want to do with these studs is you want to run them in by hand only. And if they do not run in by hand, then you want to run a thread chaser down through it and then run the air tool back through it again to clean it out. Okay guys, so if you've not pulled the heads on an LS before, you'll notice that you'll probably have 4 short bolts. So that's going to go in this top upper corner here and the rear upper corner back here on each side. Now, if all of your threads are good, you should be able to hand tighten all of these studs almost all the way down by hand with no resistance at all. If you can't, if you notice that your stud is only getting a little ways down before it stops or bottoms out, then you'll need to run a thread chaser down through it. Oh, and just another little side tip here for work like this. When the heads are already off, it makes a perfect opportunity to go ahead and replace the plugs. Once you ensure all your threads are good to go, then you can take the studs back out, apply the supplied torque lubrication that comes in the kit to the threads only. Do not apply it to the washers or the face of the head bolt. Only the threads, that's it. Now you'll notice that there is an Allen key spot on the top of these studs. You don't need to worry about that. You simply thread these in by hand, install your head gasket, install the head, and then when you put the washers on and then the nuts, when you go to start tightening the nuts down, the nut will tighten all the way down to the point that it stops. As you keep torquing the nut, it will actually start to spin the head stud, and then that's where you torque it down to the specific torque number. All right, guys, so when it comes time to actually start torquing the whether you're doing head bolts or head studs, you generally still want to start from the middle and work your way out to the outsides. in the best star pattern that you can manage. Obviously, this isn't a wheel. You can't do a perfect star pattern. But generally, I like to do like middle, and then this one, and then this one, and then do middle, middle, and then here, 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 and so forth. You get the idea. Another thing, another good tip, so you have your recommended torque specs from the manufacturer that you should be doing. For instance, these small ones are 28 foot-pounds, and these large ones are 68 foot-pounds. Now, you guys don't have to do this, but this is just something that I like to do for a little peace of mind, is I want to increment, like slowly step up the torque rate, the torque that I'm torquing them down to. Like, for instance, these are 68 pounds at your final torque. So I like to do like 25 pounds and then go back over them again at like 45 and then go back over them again at the 68. All right, guys, so now it's time for a personal opinion. I have heard many people talk about issues where they torqued it down exactly to the recommended torque specs from the manufacturer, and they still ended up over-torquing it, twisting out threads on the block or cracking the block and things like that. And there's a lot of different factors to that. That could be their torque wrench. You know, they could have a torque wrench that's not reading correctly, or maybe the threads inside the block have been used many times, so they're kind of polished, so they're not, you know, maybe they're just a little stressed, whatever. But my opinion and recommendation, if you are super concerned about it being too much of a torque load, because especially a lot of these aftermarket head stud kits, you know, they have a pretty high torque yield on them as to what normal like OEM torque to yield bolts would have. But of course, that's, you know, how they get the extra clamping force. But if you're worried about, you know, stripping your block out or breaking a stud or something like that, there's absolutely nothing wrong with backing, in my opinion, backing the torque rating down a little bit. You know, like these are 68 foot-pounds. If you wanted to do like, you know, 58 to 62 foot-pounds or whatever, just to have a little safe feeling that you're not going to end up cracking the block or whatever, then I don't see any problem with that. But again, that's just my opinion. You know, you guys do this how you feel would be best. Well, guys, that's it. That's how you properly install a set of head studs. If you guys have any questions, shoot me a comment. I'll do my best to answer those for you. And of course, you guys stay tuned if later on you want to find out how to set the valve lash on an LS. Catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.